In 2011, a video game company known as Pegas Games was founded by somebody named Anton Velmozhniy. With the help of artist Dmitry Nikolaev, they eventually released the Flash games Futus and more, along with Ragdoll Achievement and its sequel. Looking for ways on to hopefully make a new game, they eventually stumbled across a series called Vehicles. A game where you have to knock out the bad guys and keep the police cars, ambulances, and fire trucks on the screen, as they are the good guys. Around this time, the Flash game Red Ball 3 was released, a Flash game that was better than its two sequels. Eventually, these two guys, who now worked at Pegas Games, were huge fans of cars, and they decided to name this new game Wheelie, named after a famous stunt of the same name. On December 6, 2012, the game was released into the wild, having a huge success rate on Cool Math Games, Congregate, and Frip.com. Now that you know about its history, let's take a look at the game. In level 1, you can change Wheelie the type of color of his body, the type of his wheel, and the type of color for his windows. What's even better is that the game actually saves in the other levels. This is cool, but it doesn't somehow save in the cutscene. So you're just going to have to go what the cutscene deals with, and let's keep on going. In level 2, you park Wheelie right here. Then you spin this lever counterclockwise, rolling down Wheelie so that you can go to the bottom of the level. Then click on the red platform to activate so that Wheelie can go out and touch the end flag, which is the end of the level. In level 2, Wheelie presses a button, and you have to roll this arrow to the right, causing a weighing scale. Then you pull this lever to lower this truck down with an ad from Ragdoll Achievement for some reason. And that's the level. In level 4, it's kind of a little bit trickier because you can't get caught by the security cameras. So you have to spin this lever clockwise in order to lower a box so that Wheelie can be undetected. Then you see a spring. Trigger it, but then quickly press the red button to activate a platform. In level 5, it's kind of tricky. Where you see these buttons, they activate this magnet. Turn it on, but make sure Wheelie doesn't go into these grinders. Use the magnet to get to the platform, but unfortunately there's a tractor ready to ram you. So we have to wait for this to pop up. Click it, and it'll unleash this crate, causing him to go down to the bottom of the level. And that's the level. Level 6 is kind of tricky since there are gondolas, and you have to have 4 of them in this pattern. In level 7, you have to wind this lever clockwise until the gauge is full. When the gauge is full, press this button to activate these doors. Then when you're on top, then activate this spring, click on these 2 barrels, and then ring the bell. And that's the level. Level 8 is very tricky. You don't want to get touched by these. The best way is to have the saw blade to as far as it can. But when you're at the right saw blade's location, if you look very carefully, you can see that there's a spike. And that causes Wheelie's tire to deflate. Next, you have to pump it very quickly until the gauge is full. That way it can give you enough, you have enough time to exit. In level 9, this is kind of a bit tricky. You have to hit this wooden plank so that Wheelie can use as a bridge. Then slide this to reveal a spring and another blue thing. Stop Wheelie and make sure you automatically lose the button. Then lead him down to the spring. Then use the spring to turn him the other way. Then pull the red thing. Then use the weighing scale. And that's the level. In level 10, it's a bit trickier. Here, you don't want to get caught by these 2 policemen. To knock the first one unconscious, you have to click on the race billboard and he'll go flying in the air, losing his tires. Or if you're unlucky, you can click on this manhole cover. Next, you have to wait for these 2 cars, a gigantic limousine from Ukraine, and these 2 cars to get out the screen. Then to knock the second police car unconscious, press this button. It'll put up a block and it'll crash into it. but Wheelie doesn't want to get knocked by this, so click on it. And it'll also be useful for the second police car if you didn't unfortunately stop him. Anyways, and that's the level. In level 11, you have to click on these two barrels on the left and right side and press the left and right arrow keys to move the submarine. See those blocks? See these blue barrels? They activate these buttons. Do it in the order as follows. Then after that, you can get inside the submarine. Click on this button to activate the door. In level 12, you have to connect the circuit. This does seem hard at first, but you'll get the hang of it. Here's the order on how to do it. And in level 13, it's kind of hard. You click on this box to reveal 5 balloons. Make sure that they're stuck onto Wheelie first, and then these fans are dangerous. So make sure the balloons are in front of this rectangle so that you don't get hit into the electricity. In level 14, you're in the Grand Canyon, and you have to be exactly on the same wide as the other car is, and then you could be able to get to the flag. In level 5, it's the last level. Level 15 is the last level. Make sure the sticker on Wheelie is the number 5. It can't be any other. Then once it's sticked on by pressing the number, then you can press this button to get up to the main area where the race will start. And that's the game Wheelie. It's a fun little game, and has made a lot of popularity in it. But stay tuned for next episode, cause a sequel's going in.